This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
And to the phone lines we go, the McClarty-Dana hotline, to welcome in our friend Brooks Ellis, former Razorback, former Fayetteville Bulldog, kind enough to make some time for us this morning. Brooks, I want to congratulate you, man, not only on graduating Georgetown, but also getting to go to UMS in Little Rock this fall. I know we got plenty of football to talk about, but, man, I cannot wait to see what you can do in the medical field.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. It's very exciting. It's been a long road, but I'm ready to get going. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Brooks, I want you to kind of give us the perspective that you had as a player back in 2016. Coach Bielema decided that you were one of the three young men that would represent the U of A at SEC Media Days. What was that like?
Man, it was quite the ride. I mean, we got all suited up at Walker Brothers. They gave us a nice custom suit with, everything that we wanted on it. We hopped on a private jet in the morning and headed to Hoover. And then, it was just crazy. We were just, in and out of meetings, taking pictures, seeing all the other teams that were there. I forget who was there at the time, but it's just kind of a whirlwind of events and talking and just taking pictures, and just kind of a time to kind of share the ethos of the team, the confidence of the team, and how we're feeling going into the season. And it was, it was fun. It was exhilarating. We got to show off a little bit, and yeah, it was a good morning.
I remember last year, Brooks, when I saw Bumper Pool in Atlanta, he made sure to flash his suit a couple times. I mean, that's one of the fun things, right, is really dressing out for that occasion.
Oh, yeah. You gotta step out a little bit and flash here. I mean, Walker Brothers hooks us up, so that's, it's fun to kind of dress up and get out of the football uniform and kind of, flex your sense of style, which, I probably have zero, but on that day I did, so I'll take it.
With everything you've done in the last 10 years, college football, Georgetown, medical school, what's the hardest thing you've had to grind through and survive over the last 7 or 8, 10 years?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think, training camp at New England was probably one of the toughest, but another task that was up there was taking the MCAT, and that was quite a beast of a test to take. I mean, it's 8 hours. You're studying for months and months and months to get it done, and you're in there for 8. You're taking numerous practice tests before and leading up to it, and so that was, I think, the MCAT and training camp with the Patriots were quite comparable.
I remember us, and you probably don't, but I think it was at SEC Media Days or somewhere, we were having a conversation in a media day setting about your future and about how you were headed in guiding yourself towards medical school. When did you know that was the path you wanted to follow following football?
It took a little bit for me to realize that's what I wanted to do. And, after throughout high school, I took an anatomy class, and that's when I kind of knew. And then during college, I fell in love with medicine and took exercise kinesiology as my undergrad and did pre-med and took a biology minor. But when I got out of the NFL, I didn't know if that's the route I wanted to take, and I kind of wanted to take some time to really make sure that is what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do, because it's going to be a haul. It's going to be 8+ years of of school and residency and fellowship after that. And so is that really what I wanted to do? Like, I kind of wanted to experience the working life, and so I took some time, and I got into medical device sales. Did that for 3 years, and realized along the way that that's not how I wanted to. I wanted to make more of an impact, so I found this program at Georgetown. It was exactly aligned with how I wanted to practice one day, and so I took a year to improve my resume and and to get some more schooling under my belt. I mean, I'm kind of a crazy person. I can never get enough schooling. And, did that. And then I got into UAMS, and so here we are. And this program was great because it reaffirmed my confidence in wanting to go and wanting to become a physician. So it was a great year, and it was great to be in D.C. I've been in Fayetteville for so long. It was just kind of I just needed to get out for a little bit, and it was exactly what I needed.
We're talking with Brooks Ellis here on the McClarty Daniel Hotline, former Fayetteville Bulldog and former Arkansas Razorback. So you referenced Fayetteville there. Brooks, want to ask you about two former Bulldogs in Isaiah Satania and Manny Powell. Manny's playing your position. Isaiah is at least one of the guys we consider to have an impact this year on this offense. When you see not just an Arkansas Razorback, but a guy that played at Fayetteville High School, how much does that mean to you to kind of see that legacy carry on to the next level?
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. It's great to see other Bulldogs, carry on the torch and continuing to show Fayetteville in a positive light. It's an incredible feat to be able to go from Fayetteville to Arkansas and, make a difference on the team, to be leaders, to perform at some of the highest levels of college football and to show out on the field. And, they're doing a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see what they can do this year. We definitely need them. And so it's going to be cool to see what they can put together after all the spring work and summer ball that they've been doing.
Brooks, Tommy just asked you about maybe some of the more difficult challenges in your football and past football life. When you go into your football life, the walk-off win against Bentonville in Little Rock in the state championship game, the win against Texas in the Texas Bowl, maybe the win against Ole Miss, where does the state championship stack up against maybe some of the wins you had in college?
I mean, that's probably my, I don't know. That's probably top three. It's up there. If it's not the top, my favorite win, it's top three. I think beating LSU at LSU, that was one of my favorites. LSU here, when everyone stormed the field, it was our first SEC win, and I forget how long, but it was a long time. That was pretty incredible. Anytime the fans storm the field, and the fans didn't storm the field at the state championship, but the players, we were running like crazy down to the end zone to celebrate, causing a dog pile, getting on top, and it was just crazy. It was such a cool experience to be there and to beat such a dominant team in overtime on a fourth down play. Like it was amazing. So that's definitely one of my favorite experiences in football.
Brooks, how hard was it being a player that had just come through the program to watch what happened? You were part of trying to rebuild the thing back up to the level it had been under Bobby Petrino through the Bielema era, and then to see what happened for the 2 years with Chad Morris, and now to see what Sam Pittman's building back here at Arkansas. What was that like as a former player? What were you and your teammates talking about during this stretch, and what do y'all say now?
Yeah, it sucked. It just sucked, to be honest, to put it bluntly. I mean, I still had buddies on the team, and to see them go through such a tough run and not play to the level that they were capable of, and not see the success that we didn't. I don't think we fully maximized our potential throughout my 4 years, but we still had some success and we still had some good times. But to see them go through what they went through is, you never want to see it, and it just, all the work that we put in to get the program to where it was, and then to see it fall flat again was just extremely disappointing. But when Pittman came through, I had full confidence in him. All the rest of the players did. We knew how great of a coach he was. We knew that we loved working with him when he was an O-line coach for Bielema, and we knew that he could turn it around. And during the first couple games on, the Georgia game, I think that was his first game here, and we saw, you could immediately see the swagger the defense held when they walked on the field, and they were flying around. They were smoking people. Even though Georgia was a dominant team, they felt like they could. It just seemed like they felt like they could be on the field with that team, and that was a really cool feeling. That's such a stark contrast to what the team was feeling the year before. Mm-hmm. And I think that speaks volumes to the quality of coach that Coach Pittman is. I mean, he brings, leadership. He brings toughness. He brings accountability, and he makes the most. He brings the best out of each and every player, and he helps them play together. And since then, I mean, we haven't. Maybe last year was. We've had some really good years, and I continue to believe that he will keep progressing this team. And this year looks no different. I believe wholeheartedly that this is going to be a great year.
So, as someone that played linebacker at a high level in the SEC, when you watch KJ Jefferson, what kind of challenges is he presenting to the linebackers that are out there today and to the opposing defenses, running the way he does? What does it take to stop that guy?
Man, it takes you sacrificing your whole body, your whole person to be able to get that dude on the ground. I mean, are you kidding me? He can throw, he can run, he's going to run you over. What do you do? What do you do in a situation like that? You got to have everybody playing together, and then and then more. It's going to be everything you possibly can to get that dude on the ground, to stop his ability to see the field, to prevent his arm from torching it down the field. And, he's just a beast. And so it takes a lot.
Brooks, last thing, again, we appreciate you joining us this morning. You used the term swagger, and I think that's used a lot of times on the defensive side of the football. Travis Williams, new defensive coordinator, has got a history with linebackers, your position. What kind of mentality do you think he could bring to the defense this year and its kind of new revamped style?
You know what? I don't know too much about him. I did not do my homework, and I apologize. But, based on what you're saying, the swagger is everything. The swagger is, when you walk on the field and that first play, that first snaps, you got to set the tone for the rest of the game. If the offense thinks that they can have any success with you, they're going to take that little sliver of hope and run with it all the way down the field. And so when you get on the field, you got to have that swagger. You got to act like nobody else deserves to be on the field with you. And from the jump, you got to be smacking people. You got to be showing them who's boss, who really deserves to be on the field. And I hope that's what we can bring to the table. And we had that at the very beginning. I think we slightly lost a little bit of it as the years went on with Coach Pittman. But we got to have that back. That means everything to a defense. That means everything to a team. When you can shut people out, not shut people out, but if you can go 3 and out on consecutive drives, if you're getting turnovers, if you're smacking people and they don't want to show up on the field, you're gonna have a lot of success in the SEC and in college football as a whole. So it's a mentality, it's an attitude, and on defense, that's I think that's the foundation of a solid defense. Is the swagger, is the mentality, is knowing that you're gonna have success and nobody else is gonna stop you.
Brooks, we'll leave it there this morning. We really appreciate you making some time for us. Again, good luck in medical school at UAMS this fall, and we'll catch up later down the road, man.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate y'all.
BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.